It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Catalonia, and this is Basqueland Brewery's Life Cycle Hazy IPA, coming in at 6.4% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. I just ripped off the label. The price of this beer is £4.95. I had to stop the video and start again. Made too many errors to begin with. What I want to say about the can straight away is when I pulled this can out of the box, I pulled it out kind of sideways on. And from sideways on, I was thinking, oh, this looks like a stout or a porter. I was quite surprised to see the branding, how this branding is as a hazy IPA. It's a bit brown, the can, which automatically for your mind makes you think stout, porter, dark, mild, bitter. Anyway, let's get this beer out into a glass, see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the can opening, beer in the glass. I've actually been to this brewery. They brew some tremendous beers. I was invited by the Catalan tourist board with a couple of other beer writers to go to Spain, Catalan. I've done it again. That's why I stopped the video last time, because I kept on saying Spain and Catalan and Spain and Catalan. Ignore me. But I went to Catalan, the Catalan region, the Barcelona region of Spain, went to this brewery, and my goodness me, the beers there were absolutely tremendous. If you want to watch the brewery tour, put in Basqueland Brewery, Catalan, and you'll probably find it on YouTube. You'll probably find me a little bit younger. It was about 5 years ago now. A younger version of myself wandering around the brewery. Wonderful place. There was a lot of barrel aging going on there. Lots of IPAs. Lots of pale ales. They put a fantastic spread on for us. Loads of cheeses, loads of biscuits, and they came out with trays of beer for us as soon as we got off the bus at something like 9:30 in the morning. Really wonderful place. 1 to 2 finger white head on this beer then. Hazy, juicy looking beer. You can see the sediment there on the bottom of the glass. See the carbonation as you rock the beer back and forth. Beautiful looking beer. Let's get the aroma. Juicy. Really juicy. Really tropical. Passion fruit, mango, orange peel, fleshy blood orange, tin pineapple. That slightly sweet, syrupy flavour in the tin pineapple with of course the pineapple fruit. It smells lovely. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Tremendous. Oh, that is dreamy. That is dreamy good. Went in for the second taste because I just forgot where I was for a moment, and I almost forgot that I was reviewing the beer. Even though 5 seconds earlier I was kind of into my groove and talking to the camera and wow, what a fantastic beer. This first sip, I kind of almost went into a daydream. It was almost like, oh my goodness me, this is amazing, wow. Then I kind of just like did nothing for a few seconds, just tasting the beer, and then let's have another taste. Let's bring myself back down to earth. Wow, what a beer. It's lovely and soft. Whether they've treated the water, some breweries can be very lucky in the fact that they have great water quality at source. But a lot of breweries know, a lot of these wonderful, I call them IPA brewers, some of these wonderful kind of IPA brewers, they really know how to treat the water. If you make the water really soft, it makes the beer really inviting, it makes the beer really drinkable, and importantly, it makes the hops shine. And that's exactly what they've done here. If you wonder why some breweries make terrific IPA and some make good-ish IPAs, it's all, for me, down to the water treatment. You can throw as many hops into a beer from the, say, Burton-on-Trent. If you just drew the water up from Burton-on-Trent, which a lot of brewers do in that region, and they brew with the beer, you get a slight sulphury, farty taste in the beer, and that's the natural water taste. It's called Burtonization. Fascinatingly enough, older brewers will try and Burtonize their water. So they're actually making their water hard and slightly farty because that's what they think beer should taste like. So it's a bit like if you drew some Burton water and then you threw as many hops as you wanted in it. You still wouldn't be able to hide that slightly sulphury, slightly farty Burton taste from the water. So what you do, or what you would do if you were in the Burton region and you wanted to brew a beer like this, you would draw the water out. I'm sure there's plenty of other breweries around Europe where they have hard water. Draw the water out and then you treat your water. That's the first thing you do. Treat your water, make your water nice and soft. Get rid of all of those sulphury flavours, all of that kind of farty flavour. And then you have a base. Then you have pure, clear, kind of as close as you can to tasting nothing from water. And then you build from there. You add kind of the malts, and then you add your malt flavours to that beer, then you add the hops, and then you get your flavours. So the water is simply acting as a platform. It's simply acting as a platform for the hops, for that lovely tasting hop in the beer, which this is terrific. It really is. I almost sighed. In fact, I think I did sigh. I just kind of like, just blew out, wow, this is good. This is really good. And that's enough. That's enough for most of you to see my mannerisms, to see the way I'm acting with the beer. It's enough for you to say, do you know what? I want to try that. I want to try that for myself. Because I can talk passion fruit, mango, grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange, all these wonderful flavours. But what I tend to do is I tend to kind of use those words quite a lot. And a lot of beers can probably sound the same. That's the reason why I've talked water today. That's the reason why I've kind of broken this beer down into, wow, it's so blooming drinkable. It's so, what my mother would say is moreish. You just want more of it. And it's got a slightly nice body to it as well. They've actually probably added some oat to the beer to make it slightly creamy and rich. The malt shines through, there's a little bit of sweetness, it's like a wafer flavour coming through. There's a touch of bitterness on the back end. But it's good. It's really, really good. This is all going to be in the, dare I say it, Spanish language. Water, barley, wheat and oats, there we go. Yeast, hops, and it contains gluten. It's dry hop with Azacca, Equinox and Sabro. And that's kind of it. That is kind of it. That is it. Gonna rate it. Basqueland Life Cycle Hazy IPA. I think that's fabulous. For me, that goes up against, and I'm going to bring up another brewery from the Barcelona area, another brewery we visited, Garage Beer Co. They made a beer called Soup IPA, which is fantastic. For me, that's as good as Soup. That beer there is as good as Soup New England IPA. That's a 10 out of 10 beer for me. 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.